So the US government is taking a 10% stake in Intel, which is interesting because that's what socialism looks like. Of course, this isn't the type of working class socialism that provides value for everyday people in the form of housing or healthcare. No, this is corporate socialism, designed to protect private industries that are critical to the functioning of the US empire. When I heard this news, I was reminded of Slavoj Žižek's reaction to the 2008 financial crisis when he wrote, "Is the bailout plan really socialist? If it is, it's in a very peculiar form, a socialist measure whose primary aim is not to help the poor, but the rich. In a supreme irony, socializing the banking system is acceptable when it serves to save capitalism. Socialism is bad, except when it serves to stabilize capitalism." Seems like that is what's happening here. Of course, the free market advocates that run our liberal media are mostly upset about the deal, with the Washington Post calling it antithetical to American greatness and the Wall Street Journal calling it a plan with no strategy. Those people are worried because they know it's a slippery slope. Allow any amount of socialism, and sooner or later the people might start demanding free healthcare. Personally, I don't mind this Intel news, and I see why socialist-leaning politicians like Bernie Sanders are coming out in support of it. I just find it so frustrating that our right-wing politicians seem to be the only ones willing to challenge the neoliberal status quo and pass socialist policies. It just makes me wish that our progressive leaders could free themselves from the chokehold of capitalist ideology and realize that it is possible to throw the old playbook out the window and write a new playbook where socialism is in the realm of the possible. And this time, I'm talking about socialism for the people, where instead of just bailing out military-linked corporations like Trump, we might do something actually useful for everyday people, like redirecting corporate profits towards funding housing, healthcare, public transportation, or renewable energy. But that sort of thing will only be possible when our progressive leaders stop taking money from billionaires like the ones who fund the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal and start serving the interests of the other 99% of the country.